Hello, everyone. Happy holiday season, if you do celebrate holidays. I've decided, in the spirit of this season, to focus this tapping video on something that I have noticed with myself, and I've noticed in conversations and interactions with my family, my friends, my community, that this time of year generally brings up a lot for a number of reasons. And one of the common things that I've been seeing again with myself and other people is this theme of like really needing to fix people, feeling like I need this person to really change. And of course, this is emphasized because we are around more people, hopefully safely from COVID, family, friends, and people who maybe we love, but also can feel very activated by. And so we can tend to fall into these patterns of needing this person or feeling like needing this person to change and be X, Y, and Z so that my or our experience can then be better or, whatever we think it should be. So it often, creates or emphasizes an unhealthy, I'll just use that light phrasing, an unhealthy pattern of of codependency, of really needing something outside of us, something over there to change, which is not really in our control, in order for us to feel okay, in order for my experience to be what I need it to be, versus just accepting people as they are. It doesn't mean that we are co-signing toxic behavior or we are advocating not speaking up for ourselves. It just means that we are no longer trying to make someone that they're not, or trying to fix someone else's problems or fix X, Y, and Z, and really start to own our energy and own our experience as our own and really have sovereignty over that. And we don't necessarily need other people to change in order for us to have the experience that we want to have. We can make decisions and take actions that are in accordance with what we need. And we don't need to spend all of this energy and ultimately frustration, in my experience, in trying to force someone into something that either they are not natural for them or they're not ready to receive. It's draining, it's exhausting, and at the end of the day, we want to be filled and feel energetically lifted up, and other people want to be accepted. So today's tapping is going to start to release some of the grip. I know for me, it's like a tightness in the chest, like, oh my God, like I just need you to change. So just loosening some of that up so that we can create spaciousness, not only within our own bodies, but even perhaps in the relationship itself. So if you're new to tapping, you can check out my Instagram. I don't know if I have any videos up right now on YouTube that have introduction to tapping, but on my Instagram, which is linked in my bio in YouTube, you can check that out for more information on what the basics of tapping is. So just for this, just know that the meridian points, again, if you're new, run on both sides. So when we're tapping and going through the points, you can choose or use either side, or you can do both, whatever feels good for you. And as always, you are welcome to repeat the phrases, the words that I'm using out loud or in your mind. But if what I'm saying doesn't resonate for you, please use the words that do feel good, natural for you. That's how tapping works best, is when it is in alignment with your actual experience. So I invite you now to just go ahead and close your eyes and just take a deep breath and allow a person or a situation or a group of people, something in your mind that causes you to feel some sort of tension in terms of needing them to change, feeling the impulse for them to be different than who they are or what they are. And just notice in your body what shows up. If you're noticing any sensation, if you're noticing tension, heaviness anywhere, just locate it in your body and just start to feel into what is that sensation. And if any emotion comes up, just take note of that, whether it might be frustration or anger, sadness, and go ahead and give that sensation or that emotion a rating on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being, I don't feel anything at all. This is great. to 10 being like, oh my gosh, this is really taking me out. And we'll come back to that number at the end, so just remember that. And if your eyes are closed, you can go ahead and open them, or you can keep them closed if you want. And we're gonna go ahead and start tapping on the side of the hand. And again, you can repeat after me out loud or in your mind, and please feel free to change the words however feels good for you. So starting on the side of the hand, take a deep breath. Even though I am experiencing all this discomfort in my body, when I think about this person and how much I want them to change, I deeply and completely accept myself exactly as I am. And continue tapping on the side of the hand. Even though I am experiencing all of this sensation in my body, when I think about this person and how much I just want to fix them, I acknowledge how I feel, and I'm open to releasing some of this tension in my body today. And last time on the side of the hand, even though I'm experiencing a lot of emotions, a lot of sensations when I think about this person or I think about this scenario, and I just really want to fix it, and I really want them to change so badly, I deeply and completely honor my experience, and I accept myself and them exactly as they are. So go ahead and start tapping on the eyebrow point. All this sensation in my body, side of eye, just thinking about this person, underneath the eye, and how much I need them to change. Underneath the nose, I feel like I'm going to explode if they don't change. Chin, it causes me so much frustration. Collarbone, I get so angry when I think about it. Underneath the arm, I just don't get why they won't change. Top of head, don't they see how wrong they are? Eyebrow point, don't they see how much better they or their life could be? Side of eye, if they just did what I told them to do. Underneath the eye, or if they just did what they knew they needed to do. Underneath nose, I feel like I have to fix everything for them. Chin, because it really would make my experience a lot better if they were just different. Collarbone, I need them to be different. Underneath the arm, I need them to be who I want them to be. Top of head, because it's obviously better. Eyebrow, if they just changed this thing about them. Side of eye, I would feel so much more at ease. Underneath eye, but they're so resistant to changing. Underneath nose, they're so resistant to listening to what I have to say. Chin, and I clearly know what's best in this situation. Collarbone, I can see it so clearly. Underneath the arm, can't they see that I'm trying to help? Top of head, I'm just so frustrated that they won't change. Eyebrow, and frankly, I'm exhausted. Side of eye, I'm frustrated. Underneath the eye, and I feel like I don't want to give this any more energy. Underneath the nose, why do I have to be the one to fix this? Chin. But maybe this is not the healthiest way to approach this. Collarbone, maybe they're not ready to change. Underneath the arm, maybe I can start to let go of this need. Top of head, maybe I can loosen this grip just a little bit. Eyebrow, because as frustrated as I am with them that they're not changing, side of eye, maybe they're just as frustrated with me. Underneath the eye, that they keep feeling the need that they have to change. Under nose, and the pressure that they must feel. Chin, and the judgment that they probably feel. Collarbone, and maybe the pain that they feel that something is wrong with them. Underneath the arm, and that they're not enough. Top of head, when I think of it that way, eyebrow, it doesn't really feel that great. Side of eye, so what am I supposed to do? Underneath the eye, if they're not changing. Underneath the nose, and I feel like my experience is dependent on them changing. Chin, maybe I can grant myself some compassion. Collarbone, maybe I can release the more that I tap. Underarm, release this need to change people. Top of head, release this need for my experience to be dependent on whether or not they decide to change. Eyebrow, maybe my experience can be great regardless if they change. Side of eye, maybe I can just accept them as they are. Underneath the eye, and then decide what my interaction will look like with them after that. Nose, instead of putting so much energy into moving something that is not for me to move. Chin, everyone has their lessons that they are meant to learn in this lifetime. Underarm, and oftentimes, it's not on me. Top of head, to teach or decide what those lessons are. Eyebrow, so I'm going to take back all the energy that I've been putting forth. Side of eye, to try to change this person or this situation or group of people. Underneath the eye, and I choose to focus that energy on myself. Underneath nose, and how I want to feel. Chin, and how I can bring more acceptance to myself, to the other person. Collarbone, so I can feel way more ease and peace in my mind and my body. Underneath the arm, because I deserve that. Top of head, and they do too. So go ahead and stop tapping, take a deep breath in, and release. And go ahead and check in with your body, check in on that number that you gave a couple of minutes ago, that emotion, that sensation, see if the number went up, if it went down. See if you need to do any more tapping around this. Maybe some memories, maybe some other things showed up that you want to tap on now or later. And you can always come back to this video, not just in the holidays, but whenever you're feeling activated and that need to fix, that need to change someone. So I hope this has been helpful. And if you are celebrating holidays, happy holidays, and wishing you all the best of days.